You are welcome to LFN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly, real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Among the women who criticized R. Kelly's conduct and did all in their capacity to paint the worst picture of him was now famous Lisa Van Allen, who was indeed among the accusers that claimed they met with R. Kelly at the age of 17. The way she laid out the events however made it unclear what age she actually was when she met him, considering she had to be 18 at the time the Home Alone video shoot took place, and it is at this event she says she first met the R&B King. The contradicting statements quickly got some people curious and they decided to investigate, only to find out it is indeed true that Lisa Van Allen was a consenting adult when she first met R. Kelly, and was therefore not qualified to be called the victim that the government coached her to be. It was rather strange to see the same Lisa Van Allen appear on various TV and social media channels insisting on being a victim, and suggesting that she and Robert had their first encounter when she was a minor in accordance to the federal law of the United States. Take a look.
I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't think anything of it at the time because I know I'm 17.
Okay, and I did the math. In 1997, when you were 17, he was 30.
Right, he was 30.
Yeah, born in 67. So that makes it 30.
You will notice that during this interview, when the Vlad reporter repeatedly brought up the Home Alone video shoot and R. Kelly's age then, her eyes began to tear, and she was suddenly timid. These questions clearly played with her mindset and made her quickly lose the confidence she had come in with to the show. Strangely though, Lisa Van Allen continued to honor even more and more invites to several other channels to tell the same lie over and over again. She also did the same thing at The Real Show, and finally during Sony's Surviving R. Kelly drama. And during some of these events, she did manage to shade some crocodile tears to look like a victim. And then came Asanti McGee, who by virtue of her age, it was clear she wasn't a victim but was probably in for the fame it came with, and did a good job tarnishing R. Kelly's name further with her defamation campaign. Asanti McGee's statements however did vary from one show to another she attended. For example, while on Surviving R. Kelly, she said she moved in with R. Kelly in Chicago in 2015 and yet on K101 she says that was in 2015. Her claims just weren't tallying, and when asked at what age she met R. Kelly and she said she was 35 and vulnerable, it all appeared like she was simply on a mission to defame the R&B King. Why would a consenting woman at 35 take to national television and act like she was lured into being with a man she well knew had a wife and kids? Meanwhile, the most annoying moment while reviewing her videos was on the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries where she was asked what message she would love to send out to R. Kelly, and she began acting sorry for his children like she cared at all. A 35-year-old woman, old enough to be the mother of R. Kelly's children, comes into his life literally to enjoy the resources that should have been for his kids, and to derail a music star from his primary obligations, later making false claims about him with the primary intention of sending him to prison for the rest of his life. And when asked what message to send out to him, she wants to pretend like she cares an inch about the children's well-being. This was familiarity at the highest degree. She had no right whatsoever to even speak a word about Robert's children. And the next time she ever does that again, she will need to visit her church and repent her sins.
R. Kelly, you have 3 children, 2 of them being girls.
These are definitely only a few of the many women who appeared on Lifetime and other platforms telling some of the worst lies on R. Kelly. We will be bringing you a few at a time. Looking at the nature of falsehoods these women managed to spread about the R&B King and how successful they were will make you think the government has no law against defamation. It's also very disturbing to learn that it was as a result of this phony act of a docuseries that District Attorney Kim Foxx decided to indict the R&B King. What a blunder. While the whole world knew that Lisa Van Allen was never a real victim, her father did not hesitate to hold her hand and march with her to the courthouse as though to demonstrate the two had a solidarity in telling lies. Who does that? And even when the government knew all along she was not what she said she was, they still brought her to the stand to testify against R. Kelly, and insisted she does the same in Chicago, where they literally dragged her to court hoping she would help find R. Kelly guilty of justice obstruction. Thankfully, This did not happen as they had expected. According to Kim, this is all about money, public humiliation and propaganda. How come none of these females were made to take a lie detector test to ascertain if they were telling the truth or not? Why isn't anyone asking why it took 2 years to make Surviving R. Kelly documentary? Robert had to pay the price, not to mention this man is now psychologically affected and his reputation will never be the same, all because of these false allegations. It should be them paying restitutions to Robert and not the other way round. According to Judith Blakes, it's still hard to understand. No police reports, no attempts to escape, no proof, just word of mouth and someone gets 30 years? How did our country get here? It's unbelievable how the justice system has played a big role in this injustice. The law has broken the law and this should not be acceptable. I didn't think when several untruthful people are mobilized and gathered together, they are capable of sending a man to prison for all the wrong reasons like they did R. Kelly. Looking at the circumstances surrounding this case, I don't think it should take that long for the appeal court to dismiss the matter and have R. Kelly acquitted. Hard as it may be to believe that such things still happen in this country, these two women were indeed involved in concocting the biggest lie ever and should be held accountable for the defamation it came with. According to Tuku Guiner, my only message to Lisa Van Allen and her colleague Asanti McGee is that what goes around comes around. She is probably next on the list after the likes of Michael Avenatti and Tasha K, who are already paying for their sins. It looks like everyone who wrongs R. Kelly deliberately is getting paid in one way or the other. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.